Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is the rise of Cornoe, and we are continuing the journey of rapid expansion and development for Satomic over here. Still a few plots open that we can develop to get more people, but we are cautiously optimistic about our power. I think we fixed our power as part of a bit of a bottleneck issue that we've been having, and what we need to just make sure is that when we expand our grid, we do so in the kind of loops that we're using over here. These loops seem to work really, really well. Now, we've got a very low unemployment. So I'm definitely keen to start working on this. We're very close. These new residential areas over here. I am liking the stadium. It's starting to look pretty cool. And we are building some stuff. Yeah, some stuff that we can sell shortly. Our money is in a reasonable position. I did import. I think that those were the helicopters and the likes over here. Now, this tunnel should be very close to being done. Yes, very, very close. We can expand really. I'm very keen on starting the maneuvers here for the oil refinery. But I also want to have a bit of a look at what our infrastructure in this area is going to look like so that we can get moving on those. So there's lots of things that we need to that we need to do. Now, what's happening over here? Reconstruction is in progress and it's pretty much done. So that's cool. That's good. Now let's make a start on some of these guys here so we can get a little bit more people in here. Ooh, okay, so we're actually running in from this side. So let's do one of those and one of those, and for good measure let's just do that. I think that should be sufficient to get people to various places. So let's make a start on those. We want to properly assign those for construction. Maybe we'll do some other bits and pieces over here. Now we don't want to just do that one. We want to also do a couple of these. Let's make a start on these ones, kind of over here. So if we do something like this and something like that, I think that's probably okay. Or did we want to? No, I think that should be reasonable. So let's make a start on all of these little pathways over here. So let's get the crews here to come and work on these pathways, and at the same time, we will assign the helicopter construction to all of these buildings so that we can make a start on them. And that should be good. So let's get all of them going up. There they go, like a swarm of bees. They're heading over to start working, bringing over some excavators for groundworks. Lots and lots of excavators flying over here to come and get things done. So that's cool. What was this stuff? Some electricity problems, I guess. Where is this? Let's just double check this. So why did we have an electricity problem over here? Where is your electricity coming from? I just want to have a quick look. So that one is over. And the other one is over here. And I'm guessing that one's not quite over, actually. So reasonably, that one shouldn't be that bad. So I guess it might have just have been a little bit of a dip. So let's forget about that. Keep an eye on all of our other activities that's now starting to happen in this area. Okay, so that's happening there. Now let's have a quick look at infrastructure in this broad area here. So what I'll do for the time being, these are all road kind of connections. So I'll kind of keep a little bit of that there. What I'll do is I'll get rid of these paths, and now of course we can't see anything because the game just loves doing this. Let's clear out all of these kind of bits and pieces. Let's leave that edge over there in place. So if we were to I need to clear out a little bit more over there. So if we were to see about some oil refineries, let's switch on this. Yeah, so this area here really is the spot for the oil refineries, because this is the kind of the area. So let's place them first as a bit of a plan of attack. So if we're going to say all of our kind of piping is going to come in this way, I am a little concerned about how we're going to get our rail network in here. if we take it too close. So let's bring it as far that way as possible. And I guess what we'll do is we'll flip this around and try and get stop production. So I guess if we want to do something like this, maybe we don't have to do it completely square. So if we want to do something like that. No, not a. There's something funny going on. I'll have to have a bit of a look at that. So let's flip this around and just see. No, I need to. Let's flip it. Let's flip it around again. Yeah, so it's going to be something like this. So we can use the outputs here on both sides here. It's going to be a little something like this. We're going to try and get them to work in this kind of fashion here. Okay, so we'll give ourselves a little bit of room there. So something like that is kind of the plan. What is the issue over here? Why do we run out of issues like this? I mean, there's more than enough wardens. Did we drop maybe for a minute? I don't know. There's a few of these messages that really kind of bothers me every now and again. Because in reality, it's working perfectly, right? Yes, oh yes, now we've got a few people less, but how am I going to get more people here? They can all walk here. There's plenty of people that can walk here from all over the show. So I'm really not too fussed by that. It's a moment that they didn't have workers there. So really, I'm not going to be too bothered by that. These things are all under construction and should be sufficiently powered, at least initially. I think we're not even running close. Why do we have so few workers here? This bothers me. Here comes some more workers. Yeah, so we're not... Yeah, there we go. Now we're up at 100% or something. Yeah, we need to... Yeah, so we're not quite doing like the full load, but there is we're having little spikes where we're getting pretty close. So the next one here should start construction really soon. Actually, to be honest, let's assign construction over here so that we can make a start on some of these pathways. Similarly, we may want to start construction on some of these things, right? Oh, we've got that. Let's go and get the road network assigned to some of these things. So we'll get ready to start the construction process on some of these. We do need ourselves a little bit of a pathway in here. And I'll do something like that, right? We'll get that one in place and we'll get them assigned to that so that we can start the construction process on some of these things as well. This should be nearing conclusion. Yeah, 95%. Okay, back to this for the minute. Okay, so now we've got the two refineries, right? And the refineries do what exactly? So let's have a quick look at the refinery in action over here. So the refinery requires 250 tons of oil and it produces 125 tons of fuel and 75 tons of... So we need about 500 tons of oil, which I have no idea whether that does the trick. So we'll need to, in the first instance, provide ourselves with a nice big tank. 1,500 seems to be... So this one, I mean, we'll sort that out. We won't do the connection straight away. I just want to keep an eye on this. So that gives us 2,500 tons of oil, right? So if we were to do... To be honest, I'm kind of wondering if we can move these things a little bit closer, even there. I just want to leave ourselves a little bit of room for the rail network. Okay, but anyway, maybe actually what we need to do is not get too bogged down with it. So I guess this is a reasonable... Oh, these all go... Oh, actually, they all go up that way. Oh, I see. Okay, we may be able to move them a little bit closer. So anyway, what we're going to do, let's flip it around, do something like that. We should be able to do... Yeah, we don't have anything long. We do potentially. Let's just have a look at what was this oil tank. Oil storage. Yeah, so we have got these big guys. That's 7.5. That's not bad. That's 13.5. I kind of like these, and some of them So what does this guy look like? Oh, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. That's 7.5, and this is 13.5. And I guess they actually include a rail connection. So I'm a little bit. I'm thinking, and the other one does not. Yeah. So this is without rail. So this is with a rail. So what is this? This is a large oil storage with a load. Oh, a loader. No, I need to unload. I need to unload for oil. So let's not do that. If anything, we're just going to use this guy. And I kind of like the idea of this large facility altogether, right? So let's see about. If we flip it around, yeah, this is the one. This is the setup for us, right? I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to place it over here. So let's see. That's the kind of starting point that we're going with. Now, we do need to bear in mind we need a fair bit of things with regards to the oil. So let's oil loading and unloading. Oh, it's the same thing, right? What is this? That's a small one, is it? And this is this is a big one for both loading and unloading. So if we were to, and it's like 4 tracks, and it's a vanilla one, right? Okay, well, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to place it here so that we can both load and unload oil in this location. And we have to have it directly connected, right? So it's going to be a little something like this. Okay, so that's the plan with the rail. At the same time, we could then also have a train station somewhere over here for, we'll see about that, for workers. Potentially that could be slightly different. But anyway, let's leave it there. What we're keen on doing is give me some piping. That's the foreign pipeline connections. I guess what I'll do is I will go underground with these guys. Right, just so that we kind of keep all of this open so that we can run some stuff through here. So I guess that's the plan. So we're going to both load and unload in that area. And then the next piece of the puzzle is for us to loop this into there, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a fuel pumping station underground. Yes, something like this that is going to, and we'll get it pretty close here, actually, I think. There. Get it over here. Yeah. Do something like that. And we'll go again with the underground piping, and we'll do that. Let's go underground and keep... let's start it off like that. And we'll do something like that. That should be fine. What we'll do is we'll tie it in over there, and we'll tie it in like so. Okay? Let's pop back out. So that kind of works. Now we can actually bring a road in through here. All of this should be able to kind of work through this quite well. And then on the other side of it, I'm kind of... Where's my pipes going? Let me have a quick look here. So I could now pipe into... Yeah, then I've got them in the wrong direction. If I wanted to store it over this side, that must be new buildings just finishing off. So anyway, so let's do... well, for these, we'll probably do slightly smaller containers. Actually, let's go back there and have a look at these big guys. So 7,500 tons. So if we did 2 of them over here... I'm just kind of tempted to use the same one, you know? If we did one there and we did one here, I think I kind of like that idea. And then what we can do is we can connect them again directly. We want to do that connection straight into there. And we want to do that connection straight into there. Okay. And that kind of gives us... something to work with. Now, I guess with that in mind, I think I'm going to turn these guys around. Let's just go and have a look at what's What's going on? Why is my happiness so low here? I think it's... Oh, are we out of water? Let's just have a look. Are we continuously dropping out of water here? I guess we are. I did in the last episode we fixed this a little bit, but where is this coming from? This doesn't seem to have an issue. Unless we're just not dropping stuff in here quick enough. Look, we can't afford not to have the water, right? So let's auto purchase a little bit of water there. We'll just get it. Wow. Yeah, we're out of water big time. Port is overwhelmed. Keep getting this message, but it doesn't seem to be. Let's drop that one out again and just keep an eye on this. It shouldn't be that. It can't be that difficult to maintain this, right? We should be producing sufficient amounts. Just need to make sure that we're continuously producing, and if we run out of chemicals, that's or if we don't actually provide the waste management. But we do have the waste management available, so waste management shouldn't be a problem. Chemicals is the only thing that I guess is the problem over here, and we're never running out of water in this area. But this one, we seem to be dropping this one quicker, so I think we're definitely losing water. So maybe we should see if we can't. You know what? I think an easy win for us is to bring a pipe across here and just allocate a little bit of water supply from that side. Let's have a quick look at what our water network looks like. So we've got these guys over here, and I'm just kind of wondering, do we have? If I'm going for water pipes, right? I go underground. They don't have additional pipe allocations. Oh, you know what? I may as well just fill it up. I may as well just fill up over here. Okay, I guess that's what I'm going to try and do. What is our level in this location? Can we bring in a water pipe? Let's just do the water pipe thing. Try and fix it. So the current depth is 3 meters. Is that correct? Okay. So 3 meters, and then over here, I guess we can just extend this one. So what is the depth over there? It's 2 meters. But these have pipes, right? So let's have a look. Can we? Building is in the way. Would love to be able to give this guy a little bit more. So that guy is kind of running a little bit of an issue here. So let's see if we come in there. So if we were to say this, right? Let's do that. No, don't do that. Tie it in from over there and tie it in there. Apparently that works. Let's do that. I think that is an easy out. It's a pretty cheap one as well from a kind of the larger perspective here. So let's get the helicopters onto this thing. Let's build this line. Okay. This full set of line over there so that we bring in a little bit of extra water over here, and that should hopefully resolve our issue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a big batch of water. You know, something like... What is that? What is this? Okay. Anyway, let's just auto purchase some water, please. So we're auto purchasing a huge amount of water. I'm just wanting to make sure we're getting this guy fairly full while that construction is underway, just so we don't lose too much of it, right? So let's get, we'll get it up to about 100 cubic meters of water, and then I'll stop the auto purchase, and now that should give us a while to go to get this pipeline under the harbor done. It's obviously a big deal, a big piece of infrastructure that needs to be constructed, but we'll get there. Okay, we're asphalting at the moment. Okay, back to this. Another crisis that we need to work with. Now, let's clear out this oil refinery. We're going to turn them around. I think we're going to use approximately the same location. And all we're going to do is we're going to turn them around. But we need to we need to clear out these pipes over here as well. So let me quickly do that. And that will clear out those pipes. And then actually we could move them up a little bit this way as well. So let's try that. If we were to, where's my oil guys? Oil refineries. So we'll grab some oil refineries. We want to basically use. Okay, so let's do one here. And then one here. I think that should be pretty reasonable, right? So now all we need to do is we need 2 pipes to go to each. So let's get ourselves. I'm kind of wondering if the pipes will work in a direct setup. So let's look at some direct pipes. So if we're saying this is our bitumen. Some other infrastructures in the way. What is that exactly? We go underground, please. Oh, so it's that pipe that's in the way. We can't seem to clear that. We can't seem to clear it. But if we go on, so let's turn this a little bit. You know what I can do? I'm going to try an above ground connection. Okay. Let's run a little bit of an above ground connection like so. Okay, and similarly, no, I don't think we need it on that side. So we'll do a little bit of an above ground connection there. Is that? Yeah, is that reasonable? I don't know if that's reasonable. Can we tie it in? We can. So what happens over here? It just basically transitions from underground to overground. Okay. So one goes there. Okay, so that's actually not going to work. We will need to consolidate these together to get it to work. Okay. Hang on. We'll do something slightly different. Oops, that's not quite the plan. These guys needs to be able to load in over there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now we will need to consolidate stuff underground. Okay, so if we were to do a bit of a consolidation exercise, actually, it's now, yeah, okay, fine. That's okay. We'll do 2 of them. So let's flip this around so we get the connection on that side. Actually, flip it around again. I think I've got a better idea. This is going to look a lot nicer and tighter over here, and we'll go above ground from there. Okay, so let's do one over there, and we'll do kind of one over here, and we'll do above ground over here. Could do underground, and we'll do some, yeah, we'll do underground. So there we go. So let's do that. So now we're going to go and grab underground, and we're going to go there and there. Okay, so that's okay. And then from there to there is going to be above ground. And that obviously doesn't work. So we'll have to do above ground like this. And then underground like that. Okay, I'm not opposed to that. That's okay. This one can just remain underground. That one in there. And what we'll do is hopefully we'll make this work. So we'll make that one work and we'll make that one work. Now, the other thing we need to do is make this one work, which it doesn't want to. So for this one also, see, where is my road connection? It's on this side, so that's not a problem. So for this one also, I might do a little stretch of above ground. Kind of running out like that. And then we'll have some underground piping that kind of ties in over there and over here. So that gives us access to oil, plus a pretty substantial refinery area here with a fairly streamlined kind of piping structure there. So nothing too major. We're having some electricity issues. Let's have a quick look at where that is. It seems okay. So it's maybe just a little bit of a drop. What's going on with our pipe network? It is underway. This guy should... Wow. Completely out of water, almost. How are we progressing with this pipe? Resources are on the site already. Can I assign... Who's this? Cornoe Hills. Let's assign them... Oh, is that section is built? Oh, that section is built. So let's just assign them. All we need to do is get some work days going here. The resources are already on the site, right? Yeah. All the steel is there. All we need to do is get a bunch of workers out here to come and quickly finish this off. Right? And then we should... there's a little bit of a flicker on the power. All over the show. Hang on. Let's see. That must mean there's a shortage of workers over here. Exactly. Exactly a shortage of workers over here. And they are missing in action completely. There's no one. Not even a glimmer. Okay, there should be more people just arrived by bus. Oh, a single person. And some more. Yes, another single person has arrived by bus. Just want to check, right? Did they get out? They didn't get out. Why do they not get out? I need to put a bus stop in here. And over here? Yeah, here they come. Okay. Hopefully that will get us there. I think this is a power issue. I think this happens when there's a power issue. Buildings without drinking water. I'm aware of that issue, but we should be able to resolve the drinking water thing. Let's just do another quick batch of water purchases. Just want to see. Is that done? That should be filling itself up now, right? So let's cancel this guy. And yes, there we go. There we go. We're getting an influx of water from the other side. So our water crisis there is resolved. So hopefully that's okay. Our workers on this side is a bit of a bummer. Okay, so what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to build them a bus station and just run the bus station here instead. I don't like what we're seeing here. So let's do... where's that guy? Where's that? Oh, it's a bit of infrastructure there. Let's try and do a little bit of this, right? So let's do that. We'll get another bus stop in there, bus station in there. Build that so we can make do. Excellent. Those paths are being built. This is being built. We may as well, assign a little bit of construction over there to build some of these other elements so that we can get that next power station up and running. Okay, back to the action over here. So now we've got kind of that going, right? So we need to bring in all of this stuff over here. We need to get a road network in place, but I think critically, we need to get the rail network in here. So I think that for me is the primary issue. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to run at least a little slither down here somewhere. So if I were to say, give me the level. No, the level. Okay, so this is where we're going to have it. We'll have it at about 17. So what we want to do is drop this down by about 7. You kind of run it straight in there. So let's do a little slither of dropping down over here. Where are we at? Was this 17? Okay, we're nowhere close to it. We need to get a little bit more aggressive over here. Okay, I think that's probably about deep enough. Let's try and level it a little bit from the center, this area here. I think that is about right? If we do something like this. Okay, so I guess what I'm planning on doing here is getting some rail. To do this, right? Okay, this, yeah, that's fine. These guys can go over the top of it. Okay, so the first one I want to do is this, right? I want to do... Okay, so that's the one. Okay, so that's maybe it. Okay. Don't do that. Second one, something like that, something like that. Okay, so that's one part of this puzzle. I also want to try and... If we were to run it... Okay, let's see. I'm going to... bring it down this way. Are we still... No. Our water should be fine. Okay, so let's try and tie these things together ever so quickly. So if I were to do a little bit of this, right? Let's tie that in. And we'll tie this one in. Like so. And then at the same time, I want to... Yeah, that's not unreasonable. Can we get the other one to work? We can. Excellent. Now, the name of the game is, can we get this guy to work? Even do it a little bit. Let's go in over here. Crossing is not allowed. Really? They want to... Seems a little awkward there. Let's try it. This is a bit of a tight... For some reason, it's got no problem doing this, right? Yeah, so I guess what I need to do is just come back here a little bit. Level this a little bit for us so we kind of get it into a reasonable one. And I just want to make sure we can actually go into any direction there. Yeah, so I guess it's going to be something like this. Is that about the best we can do here? So let's do that, and let's do that. So I guess that is what we're working with in this area. It's a little bit... it doesn't look that steep to me. So that's okay. So this is kind of the idea. And then from here, we're going to try and run it there. Excellent. So we'll do this. We'll see how we sort the rest out. And the question is, do we want to do one ways or two ways or things like that? That's fine. We'll sort that out. Now let's get a bridge across here. I think I'm just going to do kind of stock standard stuff through here. Is that... Oh, that's not quite high enough, is it? Okay, well let's up it a little bit on the edges. So where we're gonna... What's our level there? 19, and our level here is about 20. So let's get it up to about 20. Okay, then let's level from the center. If we do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, I guess that is going to give us a reasonable spot for us to bring our bridges across. Yep, absolutely. Now, what we want to do is we want to try and make sure that we're extending these guys. Actually, let's clear some of this stuff out. Actually, let's start it off from the other side. So let's clear this out, right? That's okay. I don't need that guy in there. What I want to do is let's make a start with our bridge here. Right, all at the same level. We're going to do a second one, and we're going to do a third one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cancel this one in the middle. Yep, that's it. And now we'll see that we're actually way off. Okay, so it's not quite. We need to angle it a little bit better than that. So we'll have to actually do a little something like this instead. No. A bridge is what I'm after. We'll have to actually do a little something like this. Yeah, that's going to be quite useful. And like so. Exactly, that's the one. Let's clear that middle one there. Okay, now we should be able to tie these in. Quite a nice little... Yeah, that's awesome. Gonna do that one. A bit of this. Gonna do a bit of that. Gonna do a bit of this. Gonna do a bit of that. Okay. So we'll max out that there. Do a very similar thing over here. And there we go. So that's our road infrastructure leading then... where exactly? Oh, we're aiming for up there, actually. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna... I guess what we'll do is we'll have a road there. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll... Oh, hang on. We'll clean out that section, and then we'll remove this little pathway over here, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna have a look at other issues that we might be having any minute now, but let's just see about kind of moving our road network in here. Do we want to do... I don't think we need to do crazy stuff like that, but on the other hand, it does give us the option potentially to get some other bridges off of there, right? Is it a train smash if we do that? I think it kind of looks okay, right? Let's do that, because ultimately, if we're going to, yeah, we'll have to... I'm just thinking we actually need to run the rail in that direction as well. And I think there's a little bit more going there. A little bit of that. I think that is our road network. Okay. Perfect. So we'll leave it there. That looks pretty natural. We can try and kind of sort out these mounds a little bit, but I guess that is a good little spot. And now we've got another rail connection in through there, where it can also come in from this side. So now we'll have to just have a look at how we tie some of these things together. So because presumably a bit of a rail connection coming down this side and joining here might be beneficial. I don't know. I do not know if that's it. Alternatively, we could just kind of tie it in over there and bring it onto this side instead. But anyway, let's leave it as is. I think I'm kind of comfortable with it. What I'll do in terms of these roads, let's get those in place. And even the rail side of things. Oh, the rail side of things, I want to trim them back just a little bit, because I want to see if it's possible for us to run the rail down that section as well. Oh, and now, of course, what I haven't done is I need to kind of level it from center over there. Okay, so let's see if we now, just because this is going to be pretty tough. So if we were to then, so we'll run, well, let's run it very close here. If we were to run the rail like this, and we were then to kind of tie this in, whoa, and we tighten that up completely. Well, I don't necessarily want to do that, right? That doesn't seem to want to really deal with that. Okay, let's cancel this for a second. I hate it when it goes all crazy like that. So let's just average out this terrain over here a little bit, right? Yeah, something like that should be at least reasonable for us to get some rail down there. Okay. Hopefully that does the trick. So let's go rail. And if we were to turn it pretty aggressively like this, right? And we were then to... There we go. Okay, so maybe we'll do that and get this guy on the edge of it. And now what we'll do is we'll just tie these in over here. Okay, I think that is pretty reasonable for our rail network. And it does give us the option to also extend into this direction as well. Right, it is a little bit awkward in this area, but I guess that is kind of the name of the game. We may, actually, I'm kind of wondering whether I can get rid of that, and then we'll do a similar thing over here and bring the rail in from that side. I like it. I like it a lot. But what we need to bear in mind is that it's not as straightforward as that. Okay, let's leave that section in play for now. What I might do is I might just, with all the rail stuff, let's just go with it. And what I want to do is I want to suspend construction of these two at the very least, so that we can see about how that goes looking forward. Okay, so let's leave that there. So lots of infrastructure that we can make a start on. So what I want to do is I want to get the lesser teams to come and start work on these roads here. And I also want to get this guy here to come and make a start on these guys. We have a switch over somewhere, right? I don't know where. Anyway, we'll have a look. Let's just assign and get going. So let's assign construction there and there. At the same time, I'm also going to go ahead and suspend construction there, so that the construction heads towards this side. Okay. Now we need to bear in mind that we don't actually have any road connections on this side just yet, so we will have to at some point do some road crossings of the rail. Okay, so that's the first step. So we've got that ready to go. Oh, happy to see that we exported another ship and things are looking good. What is happening over here? Have we finished off all of this? Got lots of people here now. They should have everything they need, right? Culture, sports, actually. They should be able to walk to the stadium. They cannot walk to the stadium. That's interesting. Garbage container. Okay, hang on. There's a few things that we need to just keep an eye on. So so we've got all of those kind of items. Where's the garbage container? Garbage container is not actively working for this guy. Okay, what I'm keen on doing is, right, let's try and squeeze something through the middle here. It might work. Beautiful. If we do that, okay, so let's get that constructed ASAP, please, so that we can see about that one. Similarly over here, let's just double check it's got everything it needs, right? That one's getting over there, and I guess this one is not getting anywhere, and I guess this one might be getting there. It is, and this one should be fine. Right, beautiful. So really, hopefully this guy picks up over here quite easily. Oh, we've got our television station up and running. Okay, let's have a quick look. Let's get people with at least some level of loyalty in here. We want cultural enjoyment, but we also want a little bit of Soviet propaganda. So at the moment, our influence, we're really increasing happiness and cultural enjoyment. I want to add a little bit to the Soviet propaganda, right? So we'll do maybe something like that. So at least it does something to sort that out. Can we get a little bit of this in there as well? I don't know if that's necessarily something that I'm interested in. Something like that might be quite good for us. So I guess 15% Soviet propaganda over the course of everything else. And we've got a nice big chunk of people working there. It should have access to garbage over here. Yes, it does. We want to at least do one biological waste container just for the sake of it. These guys have everything being delivered. Yes, I did set up our stuff, so this is working. Why is this? This isn't actually getting there, is it? Okay, that's a bit of a bummer. I want to, if we switch off the snapping for a second, I just want to see. Will this make any difference? If we were to, for instance, do that, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna pay for that to see. Just as this, does that? It does get us there. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, now what we'll do in the meantime is we'll also now start running up all of these guys. So let's quickly see about. So this guy is the only one. So this guy's probably going to have some issues also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that connection to start. I'm also going to do this, that. Okay, so let's get all of these to start moving. This one might be a bit of a bummer. Well, let's get all of them assigned. There. Okay, so we'll get all of them moving, and at the same time, we'll also assign the helicopter construction officers to start ramping up construction over here. Okay, this should be done, I think, reasonably quickly. And then we'll see if this does actually get to this area. And then maybe we're still just going to have the one over here that may need a little subsequent garbage storage facility. Or can we, just thinking, can we run something through here that might get us there? Let's try it. It's not going to do us. It's not going to do us any harm to have this connection run through there. Let's go and grab that. We'll get the helicopter crews to come and work on that one also. Maybe that gets us to walkable distance over there. Or yeah, okay. So perfect. So that can continue. All of this is comfortably under construction at the moment. Have we started construction? No. At the moment, this is not started. We haven't started construction on this, but everything else is there. And our tunnel is done. That's another awesome one. So I think the one final thing I'm going to do in this episode before we go any further is I'm just going to see about hooking up all of our oil bits and pieces over here. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 over here. So we need plenty of pumps, right? That's the one that we're after. Yes. So we'll quickly spend a little bit of time just to get some pumps going. Let's flip it around, do a little something like this. I guess I need to test it every now and again. Right, so that's one. I need to do a little like that. Okay, well, let's have a bit of a look. Before we get too carried away with this stuff. So if we were to, and maybe let's do some overground. Oh, they can't actually go. Okay, well, I was kind of wondering if we could do overground. Because some level of overground might actually be pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Let's quickly see. So if we were to cancel this one, go for the overground instead. I just want to see. I want this to look cool, right? We're also trying to play a fairly aesthetic game here. So this is the liquid pumping station. Yeah, that's the one. Let's we'll flip it around, but we'll close it out so it doesn't get too bogged into the detail, right? Okay, so we'll have to do, and there's other pumping stations, right? Let's just have a quick look. So liquid pumping stations, liquid Yeah, so it's these guys. So let's do that. We'll get them in there. Oh, yeah, yeah. They're actually pretty cool. And yeah. That's actually the ones that I'm after. Let's get them in here. So that's the one. So if I grab this one has tons of room. Want to flip it around again also. Okay. So if we were to do a little something like this, right? And we may as well leave a little slot open every now and again. Now, so what I'm keen on doing is, right? I want to do... Okay, so forget about that. Let's run it pretty straight there. Okay. We'll run the next one. I don't want... Oh, our snapping is off. Let's get snapping back on. Do that. We'll tie that. Yeah, hang on. It's I want to make sure that it looks kind of... We'll go there. We'll then get this guy tie in from that side. And then what we'll do is we'll go... Really? Okay, so if I trim it back just a little, now it should work, no problems, I guess. Okay, so we'll get that one in there. And we'll get this one to go here. Come on, why? If I... Does want to give me a little something here, right? If we do that, we go... I guess this is not going to work, though. Okay, and then we go back over ground and we try and tie it in. It is going to work. Okay, beautiful. We'll get that to work, right? So we'll do these kind of pipe bridges ourselves. Similarly, for this one, we may just go like that. We'll go above ground from there to there. Yeah, so it looks fairly interesting here. We're going to try and tidy it up a little bit as best we can as well. If we do, this guy should be quite comfortable to go over there. And then we can kind of move on from here, get the next one somewhere down here. So let's get continue our little road network. If we do something like that for the road network, now we go back to the pumping stations and we say, flip it around and get yet another. We could, oh no, we could do it, move it a little bit that way. Yeah, I guess we can do it a little bit like that. Okay, so now let's have a quick look. What can we tie in over here? So if we were to say we're going to do one like this, what is that? Why doesn't it want to just... Oh, that's a pumping station. Get rid of the pumping station. Okay, anyway, so that's a little clearer now. So now let's just get these two to get together. No, not that one. We need that one to head over here. Actually. Right? Is that about right? And then we'll get this guy to join up here. F4. Get the snapping going. Okay, and we'll tie it in. There we go. We'll get that one in there. That's a little bit awkward there. I guess it doesn't really matter, but what I'm keen on doing is getting it nice and smooth like that. Okay, so that one's in there. A little bit problematic here. We've got, we'll probably have to get another pumping station over here to tie all of these together. What we can do is we can kind of just run That's a little bit extreme. Let's do a little bit of this and we'll do that. I guess that works. Feels a little forced. So I'm gonna trim that one back, and we're gonna do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and parallel this guy. Yes, that's gonna be way better. So we'll paralleling it a little bit. See how that works. Okay, so that's the next one. We've got all of these starting to tie in together. Probably need to get all of these to tie in over here. So let's cancel out this one on this side. No, not that one. This one. So let's get another one of these guys. This time around, we want to be pushing it up over into that broad direction. We may flip it around. No, that's not going to work. We'll flip it around again because we want all four of them kind of ready to go here and tie them all together. Okay, so what we are keen on is we want to do this. We want to do that. We want to do... Just make sure we're actually connecting to it. It's very difficult on some of these to make sure we've got that. Yeah, we've got that. Oh. I think that's okay. Which side? Let's just have a look. Which side is our... Oh my, so that one doesn't work. Let's cancel this one. Clear out this pipe. We'll get the pumping jack back in here. Here's my pump jack. But we'll do it like getting a 50% over there. Let's do that. Get the pump jack over there. Get this one to tie in over here. And we only have the one left on this side. And we'll get that one to kind of nice and calm and collectedly tie in over there. And then these guys all go together into that direction, right? Okay, so now we've got some more catchments to pick up over here and continue straight along that way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is in between episodes, I'll finish off all of this and I'll show you what I've got in the end. We'll probably need to take out a couple of them and make room for some roads. So that's something that probably will happen in time. Look at how quickly this is going. Look at how quickly that is going. Oh. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. There's a court overwhelmed, which we also need to keep an eye on. But all of this is starting to look pretty good. What we don't have is like bus stations and fire stations and things like that, which I guess we will need to squeeze into this area with some additional road networks. So what I'm going to do in between episodes, I'm just going to finish off all of this piping so I can kind of give you an indication of what that looks like. If you've got an idea for our oil district, I think this entire area is going to become our oil district, and we might fence it off and do some funny things or nice things in terms of aesthetics here as well. But this will be our oil refinery over here, and it might actually go out to an oil port in this area as well. So that's all pretty good. And then we've got iron over here, and the port should be, was this, I don't know, bauxite. Yeah, the port is actually over there. But we'll see. We'll see how we tie all of these things together and whether we're actually coming back this way. This is the canal, right? Yeah. So there is a canal coming through here. So we do have room for a port, oil port over here. With these guys over here, we can do some piping and things to get the oil port going over there. We just need to bear in mind we still want to run a rail connection through this way to kind of tie in with all of these other things over there. But we'll keep an eye on all of that. So lots of little things going on over there. So just have a quick look over here. Yeah, construction is going pretty nicely over here. Did we manage to resolve our waste issue? We did on both of these. We do now have waste issues resolved. This guy might still have a problem. Yeah, even with that, we're not quite getting to that spot there. Sometimes I wonder if we do tie off the corners there. Let me do something quickly. So if I did this and I did that, right? And I'm gonna just pay for those little sections. Does that resolve the issue at all? It does. My goodness. Now I've resolved some issues on this stuff. So this side should be pretty good. I think this guy might have a problem. So we'll keep an eye on all of that. But I'm loving how much of this we've got going. Oh, this is still under construction as well. Okay, anyway. Lots of construction activity still underway here. Getting more and more people in play. And happiness is looking good. And unemployment is coming up, which is also pretty good to see. And one final check on our water on this side. Excellent. We've got a proper water system over there. I just want to double check that we're not losing water. We will be, I think, pretty close to the capacity of our facility now. Does not seem to be the case just yet. But anyway, maybe from a pipe network perspective, we might be there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Give me some name suggestions for our wall district. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.